we're standing by now for the Eric Kendricks Show here on your home of the Cowboys, brought to you by Keurig and Dr. Pepper. And he joins us now here on The Fan. Good afternoon, sir. How the heck are you?
What's up?
Man, we're excited to talk football with you once again, going into week 6. And you know, it's the Detroit Lions. Are you guys ready for this high-powered attack they've put together?
Yeah, I feel like we're preparing for it. I feel like it's still early in the week. Obviously we got a good foundation at this point. Tomorrow we just had our second walkthrough, cleaned some stuff up from practice. But yeah, we're working hard. Everyone's doing really well.
I've got to ask you how you're feeling.
I'm feeling good. It's part of the game.
We were talking
last
earlier.
game was super. Last game was just it was a bloodbath.
It
was, yeah.
It was nuts. I wanted to ask you about the weather delay because I got to go. Luckily, I was on up top where it was kind of covered, so it was all right for us. But for you, like, how have you been in a weather delay before, and what do you do during that delay?
Yeah, the last time I was in a weather delay was actually my rookie year, and it was a preseason game, and I think we almost finished the second quarter, and we got delayed, so we had to go back out and then finish, and it was like halftime. It was kind of weird, but I remember the second half, everyone just ran the ball. They just ran the clock out because it was it was the first preseason game. But yeah, that was my first in season weather delay. It was weird for sure because we're sitting there, we're about 5 minutes from heading out to the field, and so everyone's getting ready, everyone's juiced up, everyone's doing their own routine, and then all of a sudden they came around and they're like, "Hey guys, we're not calling you up. We're just telling you that we're delayed 30 minutes." And then that 30 minutes turned into however long it was. But for me, you can't tell me to relax after that happens. I'm gonna be pacing around. I'm gonna be walking around, kind of getting a little anxious, stretching. Walking over here, walking over there. Like I just, everyone was doing their own thing. Some people were sitting down. Some people took their pads off. For me, I was like, no, I can't take my pads off. I'm ready to go right now. So it was definitely different.
Did you guys get any snacks during that time? We used to get Snickers and Uncrustables and stuff.
Yeah, no, we definitely were. Everyone was making sure they were fueling up. Whether it was hydration or eating. They had options for us as soon as it went delayed. They brought out some food to make sure we stayed ready to go.
Was it Uncrustables and Snickers, or was it something
I
better?
feel like there's got to be some Uncrustables in there somewhere or another. But Snickers, I highly doubt that there was Snickers in the locker room. But who knows?
When you're banged up like this, how much more time do you spend in the training room or in the ice bath or whatever? Does that go up a couple of notches?
Yeah, you spend more time in the training room, but that's what you stay. You try to stay consistent so you don't nothing really becomes out of normal. I feel like I do such a good job taking care of my body during the week that everybody's in tune with my body who works on me, and we just attack it like it's something something new and challenging, but at the same time it's just normal. It's like it's as normal as it can be. It's kind of a weird profession in that sense where your body is the body of work, but you just take care of your body. You have good people who work on it. You find things that work for you, and you work hard at getting healthy.
It's Eric Kendricks with us here on The Fan. So you got to spend extra time in that Steelers Road locker room. Was it true or fart that it smelled like urine?
Where are you getting this from?
The athletic player poll, man. The players voted on this.
NFL players quoted as saying it smells like urine.
I remember you asking me. I don't remember. I can say I walked in and I didn't initially smell, urine.
Yeah.
But I did. You do get the essence that it is old. When you walk in there.
Hey, Eric, what the challenges? We look at the Lions and and we make a big deal about motions and stuff with these offenses. How about when you deal with a team that's really good at play action pass? Is it the challenges that you have to, the eye discipline, things like that? When you play against somebody like this that's really good that way, how does it change in any way for you, or is it how does that work for you?
Yeah, I think the thing about play action passes is it has to be complemented with a good run game, which is is what we're dealing with. They have a good they have complementary football offense. So it's like when you see a couple runs hit, and then the play action off the same kind of look, that's when you see a lot of success, and you see time. It's more like timing throws, and like they get the look they want right away, and it's no wasted movement. You're moving the chains, you're moving the distance markers up, and it's like that's when they get in a rhythm. That's what we don't want. We want to get those stops on first and second down. We want to get the third down. We want to get them in shotgun and make it more manageable for us. That way we can start playing our game, and that's the key.
Yeah, it seems like watching these guys on tape, every one of those routes seems like it's in the middle of the field. I mean, it's all those crossers and those ends and stuff like that. Is that something when you think about with depth of your, when you with how you play, and like if you're in your coverages and stuff and picking up guys? I mean, how do you deal with those crossers and your depth as well when you're seeing a lot of that? Yeah,
obviously for when you have those double crossers or a single crosser, you want to have a linebacker somewhere underneath there. Depending on how deep it is, sometimes they're too deep where it doesn't, it's kind of obsolete.
Sure.
But especially on those play actions, if we can get somebody out to like make them either put air on the ball or hold the ball for a couple more seconds while the defensive back chases them down, I feel like it's crucial. But I feel like they have different levels of their routes that they always kind of, it's like they always run different stuff, but the leveling of which their routes are is kind of, that's the only thing that kind of is cohesive. So it's very challenging, but at the same time, we're everybody gets paid, so we gotta do our job. We gotta lock in and like I said, play good on first and second down, and make third downs manageable for us.
This is the Eric Kendricks Show here with you on your home of the Cowboys, 105.3 The Fan. Now, when you think of Detroit, do you also think of classic American muscle cars and whatnot, Motor City and all that?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's especially when it's funny you say that, because I remember the first time I landed in Detroit, I was just like, we were on the bus, and I was just like looking for like, factories, like car factories.
Yeah.
It's the backbone of, it was the backbone of like, the industrial, I want to say industrial revolution. I don't know about that, but it's, industry in the United States, and, the I think, was it Ford and GM and all that stuff is all up there. So it's pretty cool as far as car.
Now, if
I think they have some museums and stuff too.
They do. They're really cool.
Yeah.
They are.
It's an incredible thing to tour and like get an appreciation for. What's your favorite car that was like manufactured up there from the past? Do you have like a favorite Mustang or Camaro or anything?
I have honestly, I don't know. If we sit here and talk about my favorite cars, we're gonna be here for a while. But at the same time, I feel like the Model T in the production line.
Wow, that's
cool.
You know what I mean? That is very cool.
It's just, I feel like that. It's kind of weird for me to say that, because I'm not really into that car, so to speak. But like just the whole assembly line and how it started to where it is now, it's like mind blowing, because it's that's what humans are all about, like getting more efficient. And sometimes we do that and we realize we're making a cheaper product, and then now it's like, I feel like the quality of cars is going back up to how it used to be, in a sense, not necessarily, but a little bit in between. So it's pretty interesting. I can go off on a tangent on this. So,
well, was that your first big purchase once you got into the NFL? Was it a car situation that you dreamed of?
No, actually, I actually love telling the story. My first big purchase was actually an insurance policy that I got in college. Wow! And that was the first expensive thing I bought while I was in the NFL. Because why? Is because I had to protect myself in college when I came back to play my senior year. But they know that I had a little potential, so they definitely. So that's why when people ask me about college athletes getting paid and stuff like that, I'm like, they got paid off of me when I was in college. So how
That's right.
Yeah.
So but anyway, I had I protected myself. It all worked out. Paid that back as soon as I got to the NFL. But that was definitely the first thing I bought. the first car I bought was a Jeep Wrangler because I was scared of the snow in Minnesota. And then a couple years later, when I got a little bit more money in my pocket, I got an RS7.
You're
Audi.
gonna laugh, man. If it snows in DFW at all while you're here, we shut down. It's like we don't know what to do. It's usually ice. It's not a lot of snow, but it's gonna be very different from your days in Minnesota.
Yeah, I feel like it's the tire situations. It's like nobody has really the snow tires out here or the all weather tires out here that are ready for that. So, tires are the most important thing on a vehicle. It's the only thing touching the road. So, when you have that kind of situation in Dallas, I can see how it can get sticky.
Now, speaking of big expenses, did you see that video of Dak demolishing that house in Prosper of his?
No.
Yeah, he got up there in like a backhoe. Apparently, he's it's where the Dak yard is, his estate and everything. But the Dude Perfect guys were out there, and he was swinging that bucket, like knocking down the front of his house. Apparently, he's going to build a different one.
Yeah. Was the house that was originally there like a Taj Mahal already, or
Yeah,
was
it
it?
was
nice.
a fatty.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
it was
nice,
like a $3 million house or something.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot.
Right?
It's time. It's time for a new one. Let's go.
Eric, what do you still go cheap on?
What do I go cheap on? Oh, this is a great question. I hate spending money on, like, for some reason, cell phones and like phone cases and stuff like that. It's like drives me crazy. So like if I break my phone, like chances are it's gonna be broken for a while, or I'm gonna be. And but what do I cheap out on? Honestly, so I needed to buy some clothes for the like some more button down type, slack type, Dickies or So I went thrift shopping and I spent $40 on like 5 pairs of, five items of clothing, which is, to me, that's exactly where I want to be.
That's a steal. Yeah.
Sometimes I do spend money on clothes. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm always cheap with clothes, but when I can get a bargain, and I love when people are like, man, where'd you get that? And I'm just like, $8.
Nice.
Yeah.
Goodwill, baby.
That was a win. So I wondered about the game day fit. Like, do you put thought into that? Because I think you were repping like some overalls a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that was thrifted.
There we go.
That was thrifted.
You look badass in that, dude. So
Thanks.
wait, is there not, does McCarthy not have much of a dress code deal like for the road or whatever?
No, so that's the thing. Like, I think it was getting, a little loose, so we had to tighten it up, and so that's why I had to go shopping for, some stuff. So I was like, I didn't,
He's like, Eric, come on.
So when coach saw you walking on the tarmac pulling your bag, he said we need to tighten this thing up.
I thought it was the travel suits, but it was everyone. I thought it was my overalls first of all.
Right,
So
right,
I was like, man, I didn't know I'm the new guy here, but it's tightened up.
Thank you so much, Eric. Best of luck to you getting out there. Yes, sir?
I'm sorry. So we just saw the picture. You got the G Bag Nation Whataburger flag, huh?
I did. I signed it too.
You signed
for one
it?
of you lucky listeners.
Let's go. It's going to be a peace-a-thon. We're going to auction that baby.
Okay.
Thank you for doing that for us, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you're the
Terrific
man.
stuff. Best of luck to you, Eric. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, take it easy.
Brought to you by Keurig and Dr. Pepper. You too, sir. Take it easy. It is the G-Bag Nation. And he joins us every Thursday, about 5 o'clock or so.